Okay, those 3 beeps tell you it's good to go. Just a quick video to explain how to set up this gimbal when you get it. Got one here. Basically I packaged them up like this. So of course bubble wrap comes off. There we go. So this is kind of how it's situated. Forwards is this way here, right? So the gimbal is kind of going to be on the driver's side. We can change that. We can change the direction that's facing, so don't worry too hard about that. It's just a bit of setup in the gimbal software stuff. So, okay, let's look at how you'd set it up on your car. Okay, so first things first. You want to install your camera sort of something like that, right? Just on this little metal L bracket, and then this little PCB on top, it has to have the wires, it has to be orientated like this. So black side up with all the circuits and all the wires facing the motor. Now that's also something we can change in the software, but that's how I've got it set up just out of the box for you. So if you pop a camera on like this and get it sort of set up like this, it'll work well for you. Okay, so I've got this plugged into like an extra receiver right now, and I'll show you the connections. Okay, there we go. Let me get the angle right. Okay, so there's sort of 2 rows of pins here. So you want the top one here. It's kind of hard to show, isn't it? So yeah, the top pins, the first one here, black, is going to go to receiver ground, right? The yellow one, that's going to be channel 1, your steering, and that goes to the signal on your steering. And then purple, sorry, my fingers are in the way. Purple will go to an auxiliary port, like channel 3 or whatever, on your receiver, and that's for the reset. So you don't want to connect any power from your receiver to the gimbal. You don't need to do that. It's going to have its own power. It gets plugged into a battery all by itself. So yeah, the receiver connections, right? So yeah, the black wire goes to any ground on any of these channels. The yellow wire goes to signal from your steering or channel 1. And the easiest way is to get yourself like a Y splitter. I would have thrown one in. I don't have any spare ones right now. But yeah, get a Y splitter and plug in the yellow wire to the signal of your steering, and then your steering servo obviously. And then the purple wire can just go to any extra channel you might have, and we'll use that to reset the gimbal after a roll or whatever, and it'll re-level itself, and you can keep driving. Yeah, so let's look at a power up here. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so yeah, let's power up the gimbal. It takes, it's tuned for 3S power. If you need to run different voltages, just let me know and we can talk about that. But yeah, just know it's tuned for 3S, so you need to plug in 12 volts. Yeah, so this is what a startup looks like. So, you know, it can be kind of in any sort of direction here, and then just plug in 3S power. Right. Okay, those 3 beeps tell you it's good to go. Right. So the receiver's powered on, the radio's powered on, and the steering, it should, you know, track with your steering. That can be increased or decreased, the amount of steering it does. But yeah. And then I've got a 3rd channel on the reset, so say you like roll or whatever. I gotta find my channel 3. There it is. So now it's all just sort of dead. Oops. There we go. Then we go back the other way, and it relevels itself, and you're good to go. Okay. So hopefully that's clear for you dudes. Of course, any questions or if it's giving you a headache, just get a hold of me. Instagram's usually the best way to do it. And I'll, yeah, never a problem to help you through whatever. So, yeah. Cheers, I appreciate it. Wish I could have got them out a little sooner, but, you know, it is what it is. And, yeah, I think this is the best shot I can give you for getting a working setup running, you know. So any questions about mounting the gimbal, just fire them off to me, and yeah, I'll try and make life easy for you.